Atmajir Bhakti Naishtiki. Now we are ready. So I start again. The summary of this 22nd chapter is as follows. The Supreme Personality of Godhead was pleased by the behavior of Bali Maharaj. Thus the Lord placed him on the Sutala planet, and there, after bestowing benediction upon him, the Lord agreed to become his doorman. Bali Maharaj was extremely truthful. Being unable to keep his promise, he was very much afraid, for he knew that one who was deviated from truthfulness is insignificant in the eyes of society. An excited person can suffer the consequence of hellish life, but he is very much afraid of being defamed for deviation from the truth. Bali Maharaj agreed with great pleasure to accept the punishment awarded him by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In Bali Maharaj's dynasty, there were many Asura who, because of their enmity toward Vishnu, had achieved a destination more exalted than that of many mystic yogis. Bali Maharaj specifically remembered the determination of Prahlad Maharaj in devotional service. Considering all these points, he decided to give his head in charity as a place for Vishnu's third step. Bali Maharaj also considered how great personality give up their family relationship and material possession to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Shri Shri Nitai Sutta Ki Jai, Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Ki Jai, Shri Shri Radha Parisisvara Ki Jai. Indeed, they sometimes even sacrifice their life for the satisfaction of the Lord, just to become his personal servant. Accordingly, by following in the footsteps of previous acharya and devotees, Bali Maharaj perceived himself successful. While Bali Maharaj, having been arrested by the robe of Varuna, was offering prayer to the Lord, his grandfather Prahlad Maharaj appeared there and described how the Supreme Personality of Godhead had delivered Bali Maharaj by taking his possession in a tricky way. While Prahlad Maharaj was present, Lord Brahma and Bali's wife, Vindhyavali, described the supremacy of the Supreme Lord. Since Bali Maharaj had given everything to the Lord, they prayed for his release. The Lord then described how a non-devotee possession of wealth is a danger, where a devotee's opulence is a benediction from the Lord. Then, being pleased with Bali Maharaj, the Supreme Lord offered his deeds to protect Bali Maharaj and promised to remain with him. So we read two verses today, verse 1 and verse 2. We repeat only the second one?
Yes.
Okay. So I read along the first one. You don't have to repeat. Shishuka Uvacha Evam Vipra Krito Rajan Bali Bhagavata Suraha Vijamano Pihabinatma Pratya Avika Klavam Vacha. Translation. Shukadev Goswami said, O king, also the Supreme Personality of Godhead was superficially seen to have acted mischievously. Sorry for my English.
Mischievously.
How will you say?
Mischievously.
Mischievously. Toward Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj was fixed in his determination. considering himself not to have fulfilled his promise, he spoke as follows. So we read together this one. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 So, Shibari Uvacha.
Shri Uvacha.
Yadi Uttama Shloka Bhavan Mameditam.
Yadi Uttama Shloka Bhavan.
We read the 3-4 times this.
We have done that, for sure.
What?
Last maybe
We give
2
you
or
that.
3 times we read this one.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because Holy Maharaj, there is Brahman Dadoshi, there also we recite this one, and before also we recite this one.
Okay, we will read it. No
No,
problem.
just
I didn't prepare anything, so
no problem.
I'm happy to read the next one. No
Just
problem.
inform you.
Thank you. So we continue. I just finished the verse. You don't have to repeat.
Okay.
Vacho vyadikam sudavalya manyate karumi ritam tanna bhavet param bhavanam padam titiyam kuru shirnime nijam. So, first, apparemment, on l'a déjà, we read this verse already a few times. So I will read and continue. I'm ready for the next one, but I didn't.
Today is also reading day.
Just sorry to cut you, but Mario is leaving now, so just to say goodbye.
Now?
You are leaving now?
I have to leave now.
Okay, for the train.
Yeah.
You have some Prashadam with you?
Yes, I cannot.
With the Kanata, I'm not worried for you, Prashadam. Okay. Thank you so much for giving us your association, your wonderful association. And
Thank you.
please come back whenever you can to distill book with us.
Definitely. This is my. I think I really love your work. I'm very inspired by all of you, and you've been very kind with me, although I'm not. I don't deserve it, but you've been very kind with me.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. I really have to go to the train, but
Okay.
I will come back. I'm sure about it.
We wish you a happy
Very soon.
Krishna consciousness there in London.
I need all your prayers that I can serve. Shishi Radha Krishna.
Yeah. From one Ishvara to another Ishvara.
From
Paris Ishvara.
I love this picture.
yeah.
One Mahamantra for Mario. Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, thank you, devotees.
Hare Krishna, Hare Om.
Shishi Radha Parisisvara ki jai. Vaishnav ki jai. Hare Krishna, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
I'll read the translation and we continue from our rest. Bali Maharaj said, O best personality of Godhead, most worshipper for all the demigods, if you think that my promise has become false, I shall certainly rectify matter to make it truthful. I cannot allow my promise to be false. Please therefore place your third lotus footstep on my head. So let's read the next one. You have on your phone to repeat?
No.
So we read the 8th canto, chapter 22, Bali Maharaj Sundar is life, and verse 3. Vivemi naham nirayat pada shuto
Vivedinam nirayat padachito
napachabandhan yasanan duratyayat Nevarta Krishna Bhagato Vinigraha Asadu Vadad Disham Udvijayata
Asadu Vadad Disham Udvijayata
Vibemi Raham Nirayat Padashuto
Vivayat Padachyuto
Napachabandad Yavasanad Durataya
Napashabandad Vasana Duratyaya
Nevarta Krishna Bhavato Vinigraha
Nevarta Krishna Bhavato Vinigraha
Asadu Vadad Vrisham Udvijayata
Asadu Vadad Vrisham Udvikeyata.
So if you want to change the verb.
Vivevinaham narayat pajachyuto
Viveminam Nirayat Padashuto
Napashabandad Vyasana Duratyat
Napashabandad Yamasa
Nevertha Karhichat Bhavato Vinigrahat
Nevarta Krishna
Asadu Vada Vrisham Udvije Yatha
Viveminaham virayat parashuto
Viveminam Nirayat Padashuto
Napashabandha vyasana suratyaya
Napachabandad Yasanan Duratyaya
Naivarta krichat bhavato vinigraha
Nevarta Krishna Bhavato Vinigraha
Asadu vadat drisham udvijayata
Asadu Vadan Disham Udvijayata. Want to read?
Vivheyam naham nirayat padachayato
Vivevinaham Nirayat Padachyuto
Napasa bandhat vasyanat duryayat Napasa bandhat vasyanat duratyaya Nivarat kharchat bhavato vinigrahat
Nevarta Krishna Bhavato Vinigraha
asadu vadan varsham vijayata
Asadu Vadan Disham Udvijayata. Mataji.
Vivevinaham narayat padachyuto
Napachabandad Yasana Duratyaya Nevarta Krishna Bhavato Vinigraha Asadu Vadan Disham Udvijayata. Okay, we do word for word. Viveni, I do fear.
I do fear.
Na, not. Aham, I, Nirayat, from a position in hell. Padashuta, nor do I fear being deprived of my position. Na, no. Pashabandhat, from being arrested by the rope of Varuna. Yasanat, not from the distress. Dulatayat, which was unbearable for me. Na, no. Eva, certainly. Artha Krishna, because of poverty or scarcity of money. Vavatar, of your lordship. Vinigraha, from the punishment I am now suffering. Asadu Vadat, from defamation. Blisham, very much. Udvije, I become anxious. Yatha, as. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. I do not fear being deprived of all my possessions, living in hellish life, being arrested for poverty by the rope of Varuna, or being punished by you as much as I fear defamation. Purport. Also, Bali Maharaj fully surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He could not tolerate being defamed for cheating a brahmana brahmachari. Being quite alert in regard to his reputation, he thought deeply about how to prevent being defamed. The Lord therefore gave him the good counsel to prevent defamation by offering his head. A Vaishnav does not fear any punishment. Narayana para salve nakuta shana bibhyati. It's from this canto. Om Agyanati Namasa Gyanandara Sharakaya Shakshurmitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manovishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Svayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Svapanantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagradatam Sagana Ragunatam Vitam Tam Sadivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Shri Shakan Vitam Cha E Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyacha Kripa Sindhubhyahevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prasharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Prashkatya Deshatarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So, I should not fear your chastisement. So you get ready for chastisement. I wait for it. So this is Bali Maharaj is one of the Mahajan, and he teaches us many lessons in this pastime actually. So many lessons. Two things that I was thinking when I read the purport is the question of truthfulness and accepting chastisement. This is the two topics were mentioned in this purport. There is other thing, surrendering, all this topic. For accepting chastisement, we should surrender. Otherwise, we cannot accept a chastisement, a correction. If we accept a correction, it means we surrender, we accept someone no better than us. No, nobody know better than me. I know everything. Nobody know anything. Did you heard this already, Jasapalaya?
Yes, I talked to this myself.
Me too.
I heard this talking
This is a difficulty in Krishna consciousness. We got trained in our life to think, I know, and I should be proud of what I know. But here we have to learn to be proud to not know. To be proud to surrender to someone who knows better than us. This is actually, we can say that a Vaishnav can be proud of being humble, proud to accept correction. And we will see in our spiritual life, we have so many times this happening, and never it will stop actually. When I started to practice Krishna consciousness, it was in New Mayapur. I really joined the movement, and they had no pujaris there. So they asked me, can you get second initiation and become a pujari? 6 months after the first initiation is the minimum, so it asked me. And I got second initiation, and when I went on the altar, and after I was thinking, nobody can say me anything. I'm a Brahmana now. Don't say me anything, or I chastise you. So, be careful to this. Actually, you get the punishment if you try to do this. So, they gave me this service, and I was doing my best. They saw that I was sincere to do my best. So after they said, okay, now you can be head pujari. Okay, so I got this, and I was starting to think, okay, now I can ask whatever to others. They will do whatever I say. But it's not working like this. Because actually, if you don't listen the other will not listen you. I remember my superior, we can say, in this service, she was saying, whatever difficulty you find with someone is because you make the same to another one. So if someone don't listen you can be sure that it means that you didn't listen to someone else. You are not ready to listen an authority. So whenever you have difficulty in spiritual life to say something to someone who don't want to listen, you can be sure that you also don't listen your authority. And this is why you get it like this. And you have this experience happening many times in Krishna consciousness. So after I came here, and when I stayed for 5 years in this service, thinking I'm head pujari. And here I arrived, and they asked me to do some service with the deities because I had this experience. But now I'm not anymore the head pujari, I'm nothing, I'm just a small pujari. So I'm really happy to receive chastisement now, because I remember how I was rejecting when superior was saying me, you do this. So now I'm so happy to say, oh yeah, please tell me what should I do. It's so nice because you pass through this pain of being rejected by the person who you're supposed to say what to do. After you are so happy to say, oh yeah, please tell me what to do. And you accept the chastisement like this, chastisement or correction, not always chastisement. So it's very important because this actually is a blessing. Every time a devotee gives you an instruction, is a blessing because it's an opportunity to practice Trinadapi Saishnana, Tararapi Saishnana, Amanena, Manadena, Kirtanya, Sadhani. So maybe if we can receive this correction with this Trinadapi Saishnana, maybe we will be able to always chant the holy name of the Lord, like Lord Chaitanya instructed in this verse. But if we don't receive any instruction, how we can practice this humility? How we can show humility, surrendering, if nobody gives us instruction? And for some devotees who are senior devotees, maybe sometimes it's difficult and they want to be chastised. And in connection with this, I want to speak about one pastime, very famous about question of chastisement. Advaita Acharya was a superior to Lord Chaitanya. So he was superior because he was actually initiated by Madhavendra Puri. So Lord Chaitanya was considering him like his spiritual master because he was God brother with his spiritual master. And Advaita Acharya know that Lord Chaitanya is the Lord. He could not support to see him considering him like his spiritual master. He want to be the disciple. He want to serve Lord Chaitanya. So he started to make a plan to be chastised by Lord Chaitanya. So we see the good attitude of Advaita Acharya. And he started to preach Mayavadism because he knew Lord Chaitanya don't like this. And he started to preach this Mayavadism. And when Lord Chaitanya saw this, he started to chastise him and to beat him like anything. Because he was very unhappy with Advaita Acharya. And Advaita Acharya was in transcendental ecstasy to be beat by the Lord. So this it shows what is a good attitude when you receive chastisement. We should be in ecstasy. Even if the person is beating us, we should be in ecstasy. Like Advaita Acharya. This is a very good example how we should receive chastisement. And I remember, just to show that the Guru never tried to exploit you, because he is always compassionate toward you. One time I played this drama in New Mayapur, and I was Advaita Acharya. And Lord Chaitanya was a very big, strong devotee. And we started to play the scene, and he started to beat me. And Maharaj was so afraid for me. He wanted to stop the drama because he was too afraid that I got pain. So the spiritual master never want to chastise or to beat his disciple. He always have compassion. And this chastisement is a way to show actually compassion. When someone corrects us, is a way to show us compassion, to go closer to Krishna. For example, in this pastime, Bali Maharaj maybe would become proud if he didn't got chastised by Vamanadev. If you get a lot of opulence, maybe you can become proud. But if the Lord takes everything from you, and this is sure it will happen at the time of death, at least. And this time you can recognize that nothing belongs to you. So Bali Maharaj took it like a blessing. He took it like a blessing and he said to the Lord, please put your feet on my head, because he could not give anything else. And so this will bring us to the second topic, and this topic is truthfulness. We should always be truthfulness. It is said that Bhumandala, cannot tolerate to carry the weight of a liar. So it's actually truthfulness is the last pillar of religion in this Kali Yoga. So if we want to have at least one chance to go back to Godhead, we should at least take this pillar of religion, truthfulness, and we should be truthful, always truthful. And this is really important, because if you are not truthful, Hare Krishna, you are cooking?
Already did Mahaprabhu 5 hours.
You're doing Mama Sweet?
Already
You finish?
time.
Arivo, thank you for your service.
And now going to work.
Wow. This is better to be brahmachari.
Not everybody can.
Oh yeah? It's not so difficult. No? Okay. So we should just accept chastisement, that's all. Brahmachari, that's all we have to do. Truthful and accept chastisement. That's all we have to do. Is it really difficult? Not so much. So the difficulty is the false ego, to think I am the controller, I am the jouisseur, I am the enjoyer, I am the controller. And if you have this, you cannot stay brahmachari. You cannot, you have, because you need to have your house, you need to control, you need to lie for making money. This world is a world of lying. Only. This is one I read when I was preparing the class for Bhaktivinoda Thakur, that Bhaktisiddhanta refused to work in the business because he saw that in this world is only cheat, or everyone is cheating. Everyone is cheater and is cheated and cheater. So he didn't want to work Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Before become a high court judge, he was in the school for business, and he rejected because he saw that there is only untruthfulness, only cheating. So he became a judge to make the truth happening. And after, he was fighting against all these rascals who tried to cheat Vishnu. And Bali Maharaj, we see that in his quality is very paka. He never lied. For example, when Shukracharya asked him to not surrender to Vishnu, he surrendered. He didn't. So he has the intelligence to discriminate when I should follow, when I should not follow. So he didn't follow Shukracharya, who asked him to not surrender to Vishnu. But when Vamanadev said, "Where is my third step?" he bowed his head to Vamanadev to say, "You put your feet on your head, on my head." So he showed how just being truthful don't mean accepting anything without any discrimination. This is another danger of being truthful, or to be weak. We should be truthful toward the absolute truth. If someone is cheating us for some sinful activity or something that is bad, we should not accept. But if Vishnu cheats us, we should accept it. Actually, Aristanasana was saying that Krishna is the biggest of the cheater. He's the biggest in everything, so he's also the biggest in cheating. And we see when we joined the movement, maybe we didn't join for pleasing Krishna at the beginning, for some personal interest, to be peaceful, to be rich, I'm not sure, to be, I don't know, anything you think about why you can join this movement. For prasadam, yeah. But this, he never cheat you. So, you come with some intention, like Dhruva Maharaj also. Dhruva Maharaj is a beautiful example. He come with so many intention to get a bigger kingdom than his father. And you see that he got it actually. But at one point he's fully surrendered. So it means you can come with some intention, but at one point you should surrender this intention. You should forgive. You should forget this intention and just come for the pleasure of the Lord. And the Lord will fulfill this desire, that you stay always engaged in the service of the Supreme Lord. So sometimes He's cheating you by taking everything but giving you everything back. So don't worry. If Krishna takes everything from you, He will give you later back. If it's for your service, it's for the service of the Lord. And this is what was explaining in the summary of this chapter. Any opulence that is not engaged in service of the Lord is dangerous. But any opulence engaged in the service of the Lord, it's a help for you to go closer to the Lord. So if the Lord sees that you have so much desire, and that you cannot continue your service because of all this desire, He will give you some opulence that you can engage in the service of the Lord. And when you engage in the service of the Lord, after you lose your attachment for this opulence. So sometimes the Lord gives for helping us to continue our devotional service, to become fixed in our devotional service. So now Bali Maharaj gave everything back to the Lord, and he gave even his body, and he is not afraid of anything from the Lord. He knows that the Lord doing everything by love and for his devotee. He never hurt his devotee. So we should know also in our devotional life, we can apply in our life that we can surrender everything to the service of the Lord, and that the Lord will never hurt us. He's always doing it by love for our benefits, actually. Like with Bali Maharaj. And he got these planets after, and he was the doorkeeper of this planet. So, any comment or question? Chastisement, please, chastisement. This is my time to be humble.
It will come by its own.
It will come
By its own. Just time.
Yes.
Actually, I just remember one of the incidents of Prabhupada's life that when he was 50-year-olds also, then one day he got to know that there is a fire in his factory. So at that time Prabhupada didn't become, he didn't become anxious or anything. He just quoted a shlok from bhagavatam. The meaning of the bhagavatam is that the meaning of that shloka is like if Krishna gives you so much mercy. It takes away everything that you have. So Prabhupada took it as a sign that now it's time to move on from the family life. That's the vision of the devotees, that they see calamities also as opportunities.
I caught this verse in one of the essays I made on the partiality of the Lord, and actually this verse is quite strong. He says that the Lord take everything from you, and all your family become your enemy.
Yes.
Often we can just the first part, but also the second part is important. Your family become your enemy.
Bhakti Saraswati Thakur Maharaj also has a quote like, if you are specially favored by Krishna, you'll find your path set with thrones.
Your what?
Your path.
If you are those who are specially favored by Krishna, they find their path. They will find their path specially set with thrones.
Il y aura des ronces sur leur
Avec
chemin.
des épines.
Il y aura des épines.
Those who are specially favored.
So you can know if you have the favor of the Lord. If you have difficulty, you can jump and say, Harimo, Harimo.
Is there any difficulty coming from our wrong desire sometimes, different than the favor of the Lord?
Our desire will make our devotional service difficult to do it, but it's not. You see what I mean? You have difficulty to be fixed and determined to serve the Lord by your desire.
Okay.
But this is also a difficulty. This is like you have a sickness, you have some family who die, or some family who go away from you, or you lose your car, or things like this. This difficulty, they are given by Krishna. But the desire from your heart don't come from Krishna. They come from you.
Okay.
So it's different. This is difficulty that you make yourself, not Krishna give you this difficulty. So it's different.
That makes sense.
The difficulty, this verse speak is difficulty given by Krishna to show your determination and your determination to serve him.
Okay.
Yashmati, you wanted to say
Yeah,
something?
so two anecdotes came into mind for the topic of chastisement. And the Transcendental Diary of Hare Sori described how Srila Prabhupada in 1974 Mahaprabhu, he was chastising Hare Sori many times. As he was a personal servant, he often had little discrepancies. For example, he was massaging Prabhupada on a daily basis, and sometimes he walked through the room and knocked over the sandalwood oil, very expensive oil. And Prabhupada, he started to fetch it, and he gave an example by collecting the oil with his hand himself. One way of chastising. Another way was that he often chastised them by words, also different ways of chastisement which Prabhupada gave. And Hare Sori writes that chastisement or the praise of a pure devotee, there's no difference because it is the mercy of Krishna. And then another anecdote that came to mind was Shishika Prabhu giving a class in Radhadesh some 5 years back or so, 3 or 4 years back. He was saying his motivation, his meditation is to live, to be corrected, to always aspire to be chastised in that sense, and that really stuck. And this was something that I always found to be helpful. So when we receive chastisement, to remember, like, yes, this is actually why we're here on the spiritual path, and not out there in the mundane world, but we live to be corrected in that sense. Yes.
Actually, we don't have this setup of mind to live for being corrected. We will not accept when there is correction coming. So we have to set up our mind to live for being corrected. Yeah, it's a very good point.
And it's funny how in the material world is the complete opposite, as you mentioned. In the material world, we are proud of so many things. There's so much.
Yeah, and you are living to being glorified.
Yeah.
In the material world.
And spiritual life is the complete.
It's the opposite.
Complete opposite. Yeah.
And this is why you say that it's like a banyan tree. The material world is reverse.
Yeah.
It's true when a spiritual master or senior devotee correct you, you don't have this pain. He's giving not always joy, but not pain at least. He has the heart to say it, and he don't say it because he don't say it with a false ego. He said it with the heart, so you feel this concern of the spiritual master to love you by saying it. But also, it's really interesting that if you are ready to accept chastisement, maybe the spiritual master will correct you, but if you are not ready, he will not correct you also. So this is a question of setup of mind, like you say, to be ready to be corrected. That this world is made for being corrected. Is a good realization.
Yeah, also the art of finding ourselves in the mood of correcting others, even though we don't want to. It's really a paradox of having chastisement in one sense executed, but in another sense we want to remain humble. And that is, I think it's about timing, to find the right time for giving the proper advice and the proper chastisement. And the spiritual master is expert in that. The spiritual master knows exactly when to give the right medicine for the conditioned soul.
Anything? Anything else? No? What can I correct in? Can you correct me?
Oh, nothing I can say.
Feel
I
anything?
want you to correct me.
I cannot. You are better? You don't have the mask today, you feel better? Good. So let's stop here. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Gauranga Premanandi
Nitai Prabhu ki jai.